What's going on, guys? This is Tickers and Tokens here, back with another video. In today's video, guys, I want to talk about a few stocks that I think are at really great prices, and I think stocks that are really going to take off any day now. I know the market has been coming down quite a bit with this whole talk of high inflation and the interest rate. So let's talk about it. The last report came in at 8.3% interest rate year over year, or was it month over month? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I believe it was 8.3 month over month, which that's just crazy because it's already been at 8 and 9% almost all year, and we all thought for sure that we'd at least see some kind of flattening or decrease by now, but it just hasn't happened. It just hasn't happened. Like, what is this? What is going on? But you see the stock market reacting pretty negatively to everything that's going on, and I think that there's plenty of stocks that should be on your watch list. You should be buying by now. The one that I'm watching the most, that I really like the most right now, is Google. If you take a look at the price on Friday, it fell all the way down to $98.68 at close. It was up over 100 at the start of the day, just about. We got up to, what is this, 100.3, $100.30. And it came all the way down. Got as low as, what is this right here? 98.35. Man, I'm happy with anything in this price range. Anything below 100 on Google is just amazing. You take a look at the PE here. It's a PE of 18.7. Wow, that is dirt cheap for a company like this. Companies like this typically trade for 20, 30, 25 PE. If you go take a look at, like, say, let's look at Tesla, for example. It's trading for a PE of 80. Trading for a PE of 80. It is trading almost 5 times as rich as Google. So for it to have the same PE, it would have to be divided by almost 5 times. That'd come down to like $44 or so. That's crazy, man. And this Google, it's just one of the best companies on the planet. They've got cash flows like you wouldn't believe. The PE is just cheap as dirt. They just print money. They're just a cash machine. It's just a great company. Everybody knows what Google is. I'm on Google looking at Google. I'm probably gonna get some flack for this one, but I like ARK. I do. I know not everybody's gonna agree with me on this one, but let's take a look at the 6 month. It's down 37%. Take a look at the year to date. It's down 61%. 61% year to date. That's probably not even the max. Yeah, if you go look at just over the past year, just about from, well, I ain't gonna say this. I think it peaked in February of the 21. But if you take a look at towards the end of the year here, last year, you see it got as high as about 123, let's call it. Yeah, 123. And today it's sitting right at $37. 37. It's gotten lower than that. I definitely remember being, I see here's 36.98 right here. It's weird because if you listen to Kathy talk about this excuse me. If you listen to Kathy talk about it, she thinks that inflation will start to drastically come down because of the innovations in the supply chain, and they'll start to have some deflation, which the problem with deflation is that along with that comes a recession. Well, recessions aren't fun, but they do bring prices down. And along with the prices coming down, we should see inflation coming down. And then when inflation comes back down, we should see the interest rates coming back down. That's the idea. That's what I think will happen. She's calling for like a very sharp kind of deflation. I'm thinking she expects, I think something like, I can't speak for her, but she's expecting to just drastically drop off over the next year or so. And that should start to bring the interest rates down. By the way, the Federal Reserve actually plans to increase interest rates to, I think, 4.6% by the end of this year. And I think they don't even plan to start easing again until 2024 unless they start to see really drastic reduction in inflation. They also expect the unemployment rate to spike a little bit. which that's just going to have to happen if we ever going to get inflation back down. That's just the nature of the beast. But actually, let's take a look at another stock I wanted to look at, Nvidia. Nvidia has came down a lot, and I mean a lot over this past hell, a half a year. It is down 45%. Nvidia is down 45%. Wow. Wow. That is crazy. This is a $300 billion market cap company. And it traded for a PE of 40, which I'd say that's about right in line where you want it to be. Got a small dividend. I mean, it just paid me a dividend recently. I'm not going to disclose how much, but it was nice to just get a little dividend. I can't ever complain about that. And so it looks like the 52-week low on this stock is actually right on it. It's 119.46. If you take a look right here, it's right now sitting at 120. So you're buying this stock at like a year low. Maybe if you take a look at the 5 year, you can see it kind of hovered around. It's been going up quite a bit all through 2020. It just rallied and down. But you can say the same about every other stock in this market, to be fair. And then this is probably one of the few small caps I'm actually in. I might look to add more, but SoFi, I mean, oh man, 73% down, 73%. Not profitable, so they ain't got no PE. 52-week low was $4.79. It's close to it, not quite there, but it's still pretty cheap. Market cap of $4 billion, so this is well and clearly a small cap stock. But I think the growth potential on this stock is just amazing. I think they're growing their users year over year. I mean, everybody's just in love with SoFi if they ever use the platform. It lends you all kind of money, and you can build out all kind of finances and planning with it. It's just a good app, good company, and I just think this company will grow massively in the future. It definitely won't stay at these prices forever. You should look to buy, not financial advice, but you should look to buy a lot of these stocks that are really cheap and beaten down. Let's open up. Let's see here. Take a look at Apple, because it's only just now recently started to come down. Let's take a look at it. Biggest company in the world. It's at 140. And if you compare this to, say, the 6 months, down 15%. Compare this to year to date, it's 23% down, which is actually faring pretty well considering. You've seen some of the other stocks on here, so this is actually faring pretty well. PE 23 is it's a little rich compared to how it historically trades. It's usually around the 16, 17 mark. But I still like this price. I mean, you can see it got all the way up there to $182, almost $183 at the very peak of the market here. And then it came all the way down to 129. I might wait for it to come back to down there because I think it'll probably go down there again along with everything else. Just about every other stock, just about all the stocks I've mentioned today, I think just about all of them will come back to their 52-week lows, if not below it. And Apple, everybody's kind of betting on Apple to just die. Everybody's just betting on the death of Apple now. There's so much short pressure on Apple. Come on, dude. It's Apple. I mean, it's a great stock. Apple's always going to be a buy. Apple will always be a buy for me. I'll buy Apple today. I'll buy Apple tomorrow. Well, I can't buy Apple today because the market's closed, but I'll buy it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Every day I can, because this is a banger company. It's probably the most profitable company on the planet. That's probably why the market cap is at 2.225 trillion. I mean, that's just insane. Come on, dude, it's Apple. I mean, we all got an iPhone. I mean, I'm doing this on a Chromebook, but I mean, I wouldn't mind having a Mac computer. But let's actually take a look at Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin. I like the beliefs around Bitcoin. I like the core philosophy that holds Bitcoin together. It's decentralized. It's immutable. There's nothing you can do to change Bitcoin. I mean, it's just pure money in its every sense of the word. I mean, it's got like this very constant, predictable supply curve. It just goes just like this. And I also think the price will go just like this, but just a bit steeper, all the way up. That's just me. That's what I think. Bitcoin right now is trading at $19,400. At the market peak, which is around a year ago now, it was somewhere in the neighborhood of 68,000, let's call it. I remember back then when everybody was calling for it to go to 100,000, 150, 200,000. It didn't happen, did it? But I think in enough time, anyway, I'm thinking in the next, let's say 5 years. Yeah, I'm going 5 years. I think Bitcoin could be up there around the 200, 250,000. That'd be my expectation. I think a true Bitcoin adoption is coming soon, and it's going to hit fast. These things tend to go in S curves. For those of you who don't know what an S curve is, let's go ahead and Google search that. S curve. S curve is basically a chart that looks like this sigmoid function. If it also works too, this pattern is also known as a sigmoid. Well, the S curve works is as adoption starts real slow, as you can see right here above my head. Okay, this is still early, but where's the traction? This thing's not going anywhere. And it's just, wow, what is happening? I'd say we're probably somewhere right along here in Bitcoin. We're getting into the wow, what is happening? And then I think in about 5 or 6 years, you'll start to see this right here. We're all going to be rich. Yay! And you got, what's suddenly going wrong? Well, I don't see anything going wrong with Bitcoin, to be honest, but this is just a concept for just company growth, really more specifically. But I mean, everything hits its peak. I mean, I'm not going to say pretend like it don't, but I think we're somewhere in this area right here with Bitcoin. I think it'll be worth $1 million one day, easy. It's not even a question for me. Just the question is, when will it get there? That's the only question I really got. Well, we got Bitcoin up. We might as well take a look at Ethereum too. Let's take a look at Ethereum. It is trading at 1,300. Now, I got a pretty large portion of my net worth tied up in Ethereum and Bitcoin. I'm very bullish on crypto. I'll just be honest with you. I think crypto is just the way to go, especially with all the banks and stuff rolling out CBDCs and all this other stuff. It ain't going nowhere. It's not going nowhere, people. You should buy some. You should buy you some. It's not financial advice. I'm gonna say this again, but every portfolio, in my opinion, should have at least a little bit of Bitcoin, at least a little bit of Ethereum. And if you want to dabble into the more, high value altcoins, let's call them that, like Solana, Cardano, even some Shiba Inu. I got some Shiba Inu too. I'm down with the dogs. Let me see some dogs in the chat when this video comes out. But yeah, I got some SHIB. I only got, I want to say about 30 million or so. Probably a little more. Not a whole lot of SHIB, but I'm holding. I think there's potential there. Retail will come flooding back to it one day. But yeah, that's about it for today's video, guys. I just kind of want to just start off talking about what I think about the market, and maybe you guys can share your opinions too down in the comments below. If you haven't already, please like, and if you wouldn't mind, please subscribe. I want to start uploading videos pretty regularly, and if I can just gain a little bit of traction, it would help out a lot. But that's it for today's video, guys. This is Tickers and Tokens signing off. Peace.